Right, so now for the verse. I'm going to be doing the verse in two parts, so the first 8 bars and then the next 8 bars, so bars 9 through 16. So we'll start by playing the first 8 bars first, get into how to play it on the guitar, and then we move on. So here we go. Alright, so what do I play? Let's look at the chords first. The first chord I play is a C chord, just standard first position C chord. Then a G chord, followed by that E minor chord that we already discussed. Back to the C chord, then to G in the same bar, C with G in the bass, and back to G. Now remember that this section where we have that G, C with G in the bass, back to G, is a section we'll be seeing a lot. And I'm not going to go into it any further then. So we're going to be doing it now in detail, and later on we're just going to be, skipping through that rather quickly. So we start with that C chord, and we play that basic picking pattern we played at the beginning. And like I said, middle finger is for the B string, next finger for the G string, thumb plays the D and A string, and you play A string, B string, G string for the first group of 3, and then you play D string, B string, G string for the next 3 groups of 3. So like this, 3, 4. Then you have another bar of C, so you play the same thing. Then we get that G chord, which we already played in the previous section. And we play it twice, so once more. So those first 4 bars sound like this, 3, 4. Then we go to that E minor chord, which we already played also, but the only difference is that now at the end we don't play an open A string, but we play an open D string. So that's the only difference. So you play it like this. You lift your middle finger and you just play that open D string. So once more. Then you play that C chord again. Then you go to that G chord and you play E string, B string, G string, D string, B string, G string. It's like this. Then you play the same picking pattern, only now with C on, with G in the bass. So like this. And then you play that regular G chord again with that normal picking pattern. So bars numbers 5 through 8, 3, 4. And let's just, for the fun of it, try to play the whole thing. Well, at least the first 8 bars. So 3, 4. I made a little mistake there because at the E minor chord, I forgot to play that open D string at the end. Let's move on to the next part of the verse. And I'll play that for you first, and then we'll get into how to play it on the guitar. So here we go. The chords of the verse are C chord, D at 11, but now a different version of it. Then the E chord, E minor chord, to the G chord, back to the C chord, to that D at 11 chord, and then G, C with G in the bass, and back to G. Alright. We start with that C chord. So we already did it before, so that's not too hard. So we played C chord, 1 bar. Then we play another time for half of the bar. And then we move up to D at 11. So you play A string, B string, G string, D string, B string, G string, so the same picking pattern. And then we go to that E minor chord that we played in the intro, so like this. And to G. So that those first 4 bars, 3, 4. Then we go to the next 4 bars, and then we have 1 bar of C, 1 bar of D at 11, and then we get that section where we play G to C with G in the bass, and then back to G again, which we discussed. So it's like this. So those last 4 bars, so bars numbers 5 through 8 together, 3, 4. So verse number 2 together completely, well, the second part of the first verse, of course. 3, 4.